Picture a Dutch company, Nexperia, not making windmills or tulips but tiny computer chips. These chips are the unsung heroes inside our gadgets, quietly making everything work. Nexperia specializes in basic essential chips. Think of them as the helpers that keep electronics running smoothly. The company started in the Netherlands but was bought by a Chinese tech giant, WingTech. This foreign ownership is common in global business, connecting economies and supply chains. For years, Nexperia operated quietly, supplying chips worldwide and supporting the Dutch economy. But as chips became crucial for everything from cars to national security, governments started paying attention. The fact that a key European chip maker was owned by a Chinese company raised concerns. What if political tensions disrupted the chip supply? Suddenly, Nexperia found itself at the center of a global debate about technology, security, and control. The story of this quiet Dutch company was about to get a lot more complicated, and the world was watching. Why do these tiny chips matter so much? They're the invisible force behind your phone, your car, even your hospital's equipment. Modern cars can have over 1,000 chips controlling everything from safety to entertainment. When chip shortages hit, entire industries, like car manufacturing, ground to a halt. Chips aren't just about convenience, they're vital for economic security and national defense. Power grids, banks, and military tech all depend on reliable chips. That's why countries are desperate to secure their chip supply chains. If a foreign power controls too much of the chip market, it could threaten a nation's security. The ownership of companies like Nexperia isn't just business, it's a matter of national importance. Governments are now asking, who really controls the technology we all depend on? And what happens if that control is threatened? In October 2025, the Dutch government made a bold move. It took control of Nexperia. Using emergency powers, officials stepped in to protect the country's chip supply. The Minister of Economic Affairs could now block or reverse company decisions if they threatened Dutch or European interests. The goal wasn't to shut Nexperia down, but to keep its technology and jobs in the Netherlands. The government cited serious concerns about how Nexperia was being managed under foreign ownership. They feared vital chip technology and expertise could be lost to China. By intervening, the Dutch aimed to safeguard Europe's economic security and technological independence. This was about more than one company. It was about protecting the future of European innovation. The world took notice. Europe was drawing a line in the sand, and the consequences would be global. The Dutch takeover sent shockwaves through global markets, especially in China. WingTech's stock plummeted as investors panicked. WingTech called the move unfair and threatened legal action, seeking support from the Chinese government. This wasn't the first time. Nexperia had already been forced to sell a UK factory over security concerns. The US had also blacklisted WingTech, blocking American tech sales to the company. Across the West, governments were tightening control over their chip industries. The message was clear: national security now trumps open markets in the tech world. China saw these moves as protectionist and hostile. The stage was set for a legal and diplomatic showdown. The battle over Nexperia was just one front in a much larger global tech rivalry. The world's supply chains, and its balance of power, were being reshaped, and everyone was bracing for what would come next. Nexperia's story is just one piece of a global puzzle. For decades, globalization made tech cheaper and faster, with parts crisscrossing the world. Now, security fears are changing everything. Western countries are racing to bring chip manufacturing home or to trusted allies. This reshoring promises safety, but could make tech more expensive and slow innovation. China calls it unfair protectionism, while the West calls it self-defense. The world is caught between the benefits of cooperation and the risks of dependency. Leaders must balance security with the need for open trade. The stakes are high: the future of technology, economies, and even global peace. The Nexperia saga shows just how hard and how urgent finding the balance has become. The chip wars are only beginning.